People of the internet, salut. This is a podcast featuring people who have watched a movie and who are now talking about that movie. Those people are me, Dad King Guy, and them, Monorants. On this show, Total Cult Zone presents Night Call.
Mady, où est l'argent?
Je sais pas. Je suis juste interrogé. Cette femme, Claire, elle m'appelle, elle demande de lui ouvrir. Je lui ouvre. Pas du tout, je l'avais jamais vue, je vous jure.
J'arrive.
C'est la fin de cette nuit. Pas retrouver cette fille, est-ce qu'elle m'a pris? Tu finiras soit mort, soit en prison. Donc, tu vas m'aider, Mady?
Ouais.
Bonjour,
Hello.
ça va?
I don't know any French. Bonjour.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell already, this show is about a French language film from Belgium. You guys do a show about films that you see at house parties most of the time. Yes.
Yeah, kind of. Loosely.
Yep. You ventured into classic sci-fi recently.
Yes, we did. That was fun. That was very fun. We started with Teenagers from Outer Space because we had been threatening to do that for ages for our 100th episode. So we did that and then did just a bunch of others that mostly came from one sci-fi box collection. So it was like, yeah, that's easy to pick. Nice. And then we did some not fun teen dramas.
Yes, because it was my birthday and it is tradition that I torture him.
Mm.
Yeah, I've enjoyed those ones. You squirm and cringe. I didn't like the sound of one of them, but yeah, that last one.
Oh yeah, that one
Pretty
is
Little Liars was
that is absolute 100% pure trash. That
painful.
Yeah, it is my version of watching shitty reality TV shows.
It was painful.
It's so bad.
So Monorants, because that's who you are.
Yes.
I didn't introduce you. I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, look, I did just as bad at introductions, like, you know. Yes, we are Monorants. We do podcasts about bad films and good films and shitty teen dramas sometimes, and also The Boys and everything related to The Boys.
Yeah, I think this film was very action-based and a little over the top, so I figured it'd be fitting into your usual genre. But were there any foreign language films that appeared at a house party that you went to?
I watched Irreversible.
Oh dear God!
At a house party. I don't know if it counts, but I did watch Empire of the Sun, but it was muted and somebody was playing like Led Zeppelin, Dark Side of the Moon at the same time. But we were also taking mushrooms, so it kind of made sense.
I watched Baraka at a house party. That's a no language foreign film.
That is a beautiful film.
Have you not seen Baraka?
Oh, you need to watch Baraka.
Oh, it's great. It's all just like.
It's culture and...
It's like cityscapes and landscapes.
No, there's another one that's cityscapes. This one is more landscapes and...
No, it has a bit of... It's just life around the world. And it's just, there's no dialogue from what I recall. It's all just like scored.
Except for the Tibetan priests chanting, but that is just...
Is that dialogue?
No.
It's cool.
That's a religious experience.
It's cool.
In fairness. You just get drawn into it.
Yeah, but not really a foreign language film.
No.
Yeah, films with no language. You seen Flow yet?
Flow?
No. The foreign language animated film with the cat?
Oh,
no. Now that's right up our alley. Tell me more.
I kind of wanted to cover this on all the other shows, but I haven't really had a chance to put it in there. But yeah, Flow is now my favourite film of all time.
Oh, well, I mean, we're available to cover it whenever. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't think I can do it justice on a review. So yeah, it's my favourite film of all time.
Okay.
Go see it.
Check it out. Yeah, definitely.
But this film?
Yes. Not today's film. Today's film is a synopsis of it. One evening, Mady, a student by day and a locksmith by night, sees his life turned upside down when he opens the wrong door and accidentally finds himself involved with organised crime. In a city racked by violence, he has only one night to find Claire, the woman who betrayed his trust. The countdown begins.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, at its premiere, Night Call won the Audience Award for Biarritz Film Festival Nouvelles Vagues award. The film later received 10 wins at Belgium's 14th Magritte Awards, including Best Film, Best First Feature Film, and Best Director. Yeah, it remains the record for the most wins for a single film at the ceremony. The film is currently rated 80% on Rotten Tomatoes by critics, which could mean anything really. Depends how your opinions are about Rotten Tomatoes.
The synopsis doesn't actually do it justice, in as much as the synopsis makes it sound very like generic and formulaic, and it's actually really quite fun.
It really reminded me of Bushwick, which I also enjoyed immensely. But in that similar kind of, you were just very much thrust into this situation and are just frantically following the character. It's very difficult to predict what way any of this goes from the start.
Yeah.
Like Mady comes across, like Mady could be this real weirdo character just from the very beginning, because he just seems to be this sketch dude who's a locksmith.
Yeah, the synopsis doesn't really do it justice. I think he's going for like a general appeal to people. It's just an action film. I think people have been pitching it as. So yeah, written and directed by Michael or Michel Blanchart.
Oh, don't ask us for pronunciations.
Yeah, this is going to be awkward. Jonathan Feltry is Mady. Natasha Creef is Claire, quote marks. And Jonas Bloket is the other guy, her brother.
Theo,
that's the one.
Theo and his blonde hair.
Yeah, and he was in The Nun and Elle. They've all been in certain things, but the one that stuck out for me, which didn't actually anything, is Remy, the main henchman guy.
Yeah.
Scary dude. I thought like he gets plenty of roles as the scary dude in films. Maybe the young guy, he's a bit put upon. He's Thomas Mustin, also known by his stage name Musty. Belgian actor and singer. As part of his career, he's released 2 albums as 20th Century Boy.
I was wondering why his IMDb profile picture was quite interesting.
20th Century Boy.
He is known as being a judge on Drag Race Belgium.
Oh,
and represented Belgium in the Eurovision Song Contest last year.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Not what I would have expected from, because I was going to say, I spent the whole, his character in the film for me was very much like the little dude in the white suit in the Yakuza in The Simpsons. I was waiting for him to do something the whole time. It's like he's going to do something really cool in a minute, and it's going to be really psycho. I was not expecting him to be like a drag race host in real life. Eurovision contest or contestant.
Yeah,
fabulous.
It's quite amazing, that one. And in Belgium, Nightcall surpassed 30,000 admissions in the cinema, which makes it the most watched Belgian film of 2024.
Cool.
So it's quite well thought of. What do you think?
I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
I really enjoyed it.
It's a really, really captivating story, because it immediately gets you and you want to know, you're like, what the hell is going on? And the way it's shot, because you were pointing out some of the
drone shots.
The drone shots in it. And again, it was giving me that same kind of vibe that Bushwick has. Adolescents that come out recently, which was done, the whole promo is like, it's all one-shot things. And this utilizes that technology so well to keep you involved in the story.
Yeah.
And helping to create this very manic feel to certain areas of it.
Yeah, I think that the backdrop of the Black Lives Matter protests as well does help to add to it, because you're not going, call the cops, Mady, because they very clearly address why Mady can't call the cops. And then because a lot of the film is, Mady getting chased and stuff, the city is just that he's getting chased through. The whole city is in chaos. So again, if somebody's shooting a gun or chasing another guy, nobody's really paying attention because they've all got their own shit to be going on with. I thought that really added to it as well.
I also noted a fundamental difference between Belgian and French protesting.
And not enough cars on fire.
Not enough cars on fire.
There was one, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was just one at the end. I was like, oh, there's the French.
As I say, the protests really don't play much into the story, apart from the fact that you're stumbling through them throughout the film and you can't call the police.
Yeah.
It's very much like going to the middle of nowhere. You can't use your phone to ask for help.
Yeah.
It instantly blocks someone out.
Subverts like the logical path that you would normally take in that situation.
Yeah. I was going to spoilers there. Bollocks.
Yeah.
It's hard not to, though, because the film is very much so it's really well shot. Say some of the shots I think kind of taped together with the drone shots going through the chase scenes especially are really good. But it's kind of I'm not going to say generic action film. There's a lot going on behind it. It gets very superhero-y very quickly.
He takes one hell of a beating and keeps getting up and running. I was like fucking Terminator over here.
Yeah.
Like, at least have the decency to look winded, like, you know, getting more and more wrecked. Like, at least they do that in like the John Wick movies and stuff like that. Like, he is progressively getting more fucked as he's going along.
That was one of the things you were talking about in Bushwick as well, particularly with
Dave Bautista. He's a fit guy. He had the decency and the courtesy to go, this is what an everyday guy would end up like after about half an hour of cardio. Like, I need to sit down.
Almost from stairs. That's it.
Yeah. Like, he gets fucked around in that, like, with the first encounter. Like, he's getting slammed into walls and the fridge and shit. And yeah, you're like, that's at least cracked ribs, concussion. You should not be upright. You should just be lying there dribbling.
I think that was the other thing that kind of got me back. I enjoyed it, but it's that thing of he got a little too John Wick too quickly.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like it's set in a realistic situation.
It was very reminiscent of the Joker or the comedian, the opening fight scene in Watchmen when they're fighting in the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, this has gone very high budget actiony.
Yeah, so
not in a bad way, but it wasn't what I was expecting off the tone leading up to it.
Yeah, no, and I think that's where the film's strengths are not in those scenes.
Yeah,
it is in the ones where Mady is clearly at a disadvantage and threatened and worried and is having to kind of like think or use his skills to get out of the situation. You know, immediate or general situation. Those were the kind of bits that I preferred rather than where he's directly involved in like punch-ups and stuff.
Yeah. I also enjoyed the corner shop owner, attendant person.
Yeah, he was an interesting little side character.
He was fun.
I felt for the madam in the brothel though.
Yeah. She's not asked for that.
She had her night ruined.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the little side characters to it. So it added more realism to it. And I say that's the bit which got me was he become a superhero in certain parts. And again, is he got like a special thing he's training for? Is he like an athlete?
No, he's doing like a degree in applied sciences.
Yeah, which I thought would come into it a bit more.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that actually.
Like his locksmith skills come in are quite useful, and he's smart in the way he goes around situations.
I thought more applied science is he'd be able to build bombs or some sort of reaction.
I don't think he ever had any sort of time or access to materials.
Yeah,
in
it's
that
a weird
situation.
Yeah, that was a weird inclusion.
Yeah, I think it was just like, look, he's trying to make something of his life, or this is like just.
Well, yeah, maybe that's it. He's a student, and this is his part-time job. Is that what they were trying to indicate?
And he had a previous conviction for like burglary or something like that as a teenager.
Maybe it's just that the subtitles translated it for us to let us know what it said, and we're putting way more emphasis on it than we
he's
should.
a student by day, locksmith by night. Like, it's nothing fancy.
He's a good locksmith, but he's not very cautious, is he? Because the first. What's her face? Claire. When he goes to meet Claire, and he's like, "Oh, I need this from you," and she's like, "It's in the apartment." "Oh, and I need this from you," and it's in the apartment. And then she's like, goes in and comes out and is like, "I don't have any of that stuff that I said I'd have." And he's like, "Okay, I'll just wait here for you." Like, he should have known something dodgy was up. He really should have known something dodgy was up.
This is where my sympathy kind of runs out with him, because I'm security, and very much a case of I haven't got my pass. Okay, I'm not letting you in. But my pass is upstairs. Yeah, I'm not letting you in. You need some proof that you're actually.
Yeah. Is there somebody inside you can get?
He doesn't even like. If even if you half believed her, would you not just knock on the door and go, "Hello, locksmith"? Just making sure there's nobody inside. The person that I'm here with lives in here. Instead of just immediately going through the barrel.
If that happened, yeah, because you get hit in the head with something in this house. You came in the back door once when I wasn't expecting
I nearly got brained with a pan.
Yeah, it was a Le Creuset milk pot as well that I keep near the back door specifically for that purpose because it's heavy as fuck. And yeah, narrowly missed him.
But yeah, you were absolutely right in that sympathy for him is low when that's how it's like, look, you should have conducted yourself better, more professionally there.
Yeah, and then you kind of find out what's going on, and I know they're putting it over that he's a nice guy and he's doing the right thing by people. But yeah, when you get to the end, you're like, oh, just don't do that. Just leave it. You leave it. But no, he doesn't leave it. Again, we're getting spoilers territory on that one, but that's where I kind of like, oh god. And it's fun watching him do stuff. The last chase scene, really good.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's just that thing of, I don't.
Sorry for you were just like, you can't do that in a Berlingo.
Chasing in a Berlingo was fun though.
I never realized, I don't know what city that was filmed in, but I was just like, I have no real visual picture of what Belgium looks like.
It was mostly filmed in Brussels. Yeah.
Oh, with Brussels. Yeah. And I was just like, it's actually really pretty. I would visit it. It's nice architecture. I've never actually seen anything that's been like, this is Brussels, apart from political stuff where it's all like boring buildings.
So during all the chase scenes and riot scenes, you were like, ooh, look, pretty city.
She's really nice. And some of the when he's running as well, and it's like all the cobbled streets and the old bollards, and I was like, this is really pretty for a chase scene.
Those are some really pretty cobblestones. He's getting his face slammed against by those cops.
Aw, you're the architecture, your blood, the fucking as the salts in your blood are gonna ruin that detailing. Get off it.
Make me wince on those cobblestones. Can you turn an ankle on that?
No, Temple Bar.
Yeah.
Early 2010 high heels at the platforms. Yeah. Drunk. Stumbling up to Half Moon to get a pancake at 3 a.m.
I have to do a little spoiler bit at the end, but yeah, it's enjoyable. It's a good ride. It's that thing of, if you're going for realism, for me, it's a bit too. It was a bit, too John Wicky.
I liked Yannick though. I really liked Yannick. I thought he was quite fun. I do like his methods. He has a style and he sticks to it.
Oh,
fuck me, is it brutal? But Jesus Christ, is it fucking terrifying? Honestly, I really enjoyed Yannick.
You just reminded me of the bit that made me eye roll the most as well. Actually, when Mady uses one of the threatening lines from Yannick that was used against him against another character, and it's just so fucking cheesy. He gets called out for it.
Works well.
But it's one of those things where you can't excuse bad writing by going, hey, look, that was a really cheesy line that I just wrote, but still left in my movie. When it gets called out by another character, it's still a shitty line and it's still fucking cringy.
But yeah, that's another one of those scenes where he points out that Mady is a nice guy and he would do the right thing, even though it's not to his best interests. I admire him in terms of his stance on stuff, being the nice guy and being right about things, but at the same time, you go, no. Your life's now ruined.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I do. I get where you're coming from in that it's like they want to take two routes with the same character at different points in the film.
It's like there's two versions.
And I think maybe they were trying to show him this is what you have to do to kind of survive in this world kind of thing, and that's what he's slowly learning, but they just didn't balance it right in the actual character.
I think there's no way, they are clearly oh well, we can hold all this stuff over you, but there's no external kind of threat or proof of execution. He's nobody close to him that they've kind of gotten to. They've alluded to things, but
yeah, they kind of
There's no follow through on this. It's the little Nina thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could show me why you should be feared.
Yeah, because they mention
psycho.
When they're like trying to get dirt on him, they're like possibly got a girlfriend, and that also kind of goes nowhere really.
Oh, their stupid little like techie center thing that's like hilariously crap.
It's vaguely addressed again, but then just kind of falls by the wayside. So now you're making me think that I enjoyed this film less than I actually did, Dean. On reflection. This is what happens when I don't get a second watch. I actually, because I was like, I'll be fine without a second watch. Like, I enjoyed it. Yeah, no. Now I'm like, yeah, maybe there were more problems then.
Maybe if I watched it twice, I wouldn't have minded too much. I was like, it's a dumb action film. It's great.
Yeah.
If you kind of think too much about it, you're like,
maybe no.
Yeah. It's in the middle. I've kind of enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating in parts. Because I think it looks great.
Yes.
Acting, pretty good. Obviously, different language is always hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, there was moments with, I've forgotten the main character's name.
Mady,
thank you. He was phenomenal for parts of it. The first scene with him and Yannick, and the fear and everything, fantastic. But then there's other bits where it got almost cartoonish.
Yeah, no, I did. I enjoyed his acting.
I felt like the two kind of henchmen were almost a bit slapstickish at moments.
Again, there was that thing that I was talking about earlier with the psycho guy of expecting him to do something and then him not. They kind of, I felt like they were leading to that there was like that. No spoilers.
He didn't have his scene, put it that way.
Yeah. He never got his moment.
Yeah, and even at the end where I thought they were going to give it to him, they still didn't. He still didn't get his scene. So yeah, that was like, oh, because I enjoy a good psycho.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Cool. So soft recommend.
It's a soft recommend if they've,
Yeah.
It's worth a watch.
Worth a watch. It is.
It's
very, very like
it's
the
really
cinematography is great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the drone shots. I liked the use of lighting throughout in the various, like in Yannick's apartment, it was all kind of, or area, it was all kind of washed out white industrial. A lot of the streets were just street lit. You know, it had that kind of orange fade to it. And in each kind of section, they had a different kind of background faded out color, and just is a really pretty film. And yeah, I suppose soft recommend. If it's an hour and a half ish, so it's not like it's going to take up a shitload of your time like that 3-hour comedy you were talking about to me yesterday.
Oh, that was a slog. But more than that another day. So where can we find you online?
You can find us online on I'm shit at socials, okay? I am shit at socials. I am vaguely online on Twitter at Rantsmono, on Blue Sky, at Monorants, on Instagram at Monorants_the_boys. And like, yeah, I have notifications turned on, so like if you comment at us, I will see it and I will respond. But otherwise, I'm not really present on social media because I'm just bad at it.
No one is anymore. It's the best.
It's just mostly a hellscape, in fairness. You know, we'll put out podcasts, and if you want to listen, that's great. Thank you.
As always, you can find me at totalcockzone.com. All my stuff's on there, including an email link. You can send me suggestions for films you like that you think other people have never seen. The worst movie ever. Still looking for them.
Worst movie. Foreign language film. French foreign language film. Fears in the Dark. It's a piece of shit.
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad.
You know the way,
watched the whole thing.
Yeah, you know the way you said the hose. This is the only film you've never finished. I wish I had never finished this film, but the only reason I watched it I was like, it can't be this bad. It has to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere. No, it doesn't. Shit. It's fucking terrible. It's animated horror anthology, and it's crap. And when you see, I looked it up there a while ago, and they still have the thing that tricked us, which is they have a teeny tiny little quote that says, like, you know, it's all right. Pretty good. From Guillermo del Toro. And they have his name in giant fucking writing, and then beneath it, the title of the film. And we were like, oh, cool. And we brought it home, we watched it, and it was awful.
It's awful.
So, yeah, there's a suggestion for you.
It's so bad.
Add it to the list.
So bad.
And we'll head to the spoiler zone where I'll probably sort of cut and paste a bit I said earlier that ruined the film. Warning, you're about to enter the spoiler zone. Anything past this point will probably spoil the film. It's your own fault. Things will be spoiled.
It will be. It will be spoiled.
The bad guys aren't fully explained, but you get the impression that they are possibly connected to the police. It's never mentioned, so it's all in my head. I'm thinking about this. I don't think it's a spoiler if I say that.
No, it's
pretty overt.
It's directly addressed.
Yeah, there's
towards
two
the
phone
end.
Calls.
Yeah,
but it's not like fully explained, is it?
He has a shield. He is a detective.
Yeah, he's got at least one on the payroll, and that's made overtly clear.
Yeah.
Towards the end, yeah, especially when
it's your man with the beard that
tape
looks at him. He goes, "Oh no, I don't know him," and then he goes and he makes a phone call, and it's like, "We've picked him up. We have him."
Mm. But they've never fully explained that stuff, and the ending is kind of left open, which I quite like, but it's also quite frustrating. I think that would annoy some people. If you go for like the general crowd that goes to an action film, they want like all neatly tied up.
I feel like it ended a scene too. Like I didn't need that very last bit with the eyes opening. I think if they, but again, the bit on the train is almost too like happy.
I think the bit on the train is maybe to address the concerns that you have, Dean, that if they didn't put it there, it would be a very like unsatisfying ending. No, I didn't think, like, I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of not loose threads, but like, yeah, only some of the characters have closure, and like there's not necessarily comeuppance for everybody. But that didn't necessarily bother me because it is going for that more realistic of a take that, like, yeah, sometimes things don't always work out the way that you want them to, and you won't always get everything tied up in a neat little package. I wanted him to hit her with the hammer, and then he hit her with the hammer. I was like, in that situation, you absolutely would hit them with the hammer.
I thought he hit her.
And as I was saying it, he hit her with the hammer, and I was like, oh, he did it. Well,
that was good. And then he felt bad about it, and that kind of showed that he's a nice guy. And then let her get away with it.
Nice move with the phone.
Yeah.
That really got me.
And then he just, like, he's like, yeah, I mean, like, I know it's him or me, and I let the other one get away, but he's the guy who fucked you over. Kill him. Like, I know it is a him or me thing, but it's like, oh yeah, it's Theo. Theo did it. Here's the proof. Fine.
There you go. Check his phone.
Then he goes to help her because they find out it's her as well, and then he does the car chase, and it's an impressive scene. It's just the fact that
there's so many cops, yet none of them went around the other side. Yes. It's Belgian police. They have dogs. They have some of the highest trained police dogs in the world. They are terrifying. Why not utilize that? Would have been a beautiful moment to release the hounds.
The Berlingo flip.
I wanted to see him run from dogs.
You see like 12 cops, and then it's a close shot of one cop approaching the upturned Berlingo.
Being like, oh my God.
And he's like, stay in the car. And then he looks in the car and he's all like, oh, there's nobody there. And the camera pulls out and you see Mady running off in the distance. It's like, what were you 11 cops doing? Let's all look over there for a second. This one guy hasn't come.
Dogs. Again, dog. Belgium, dog. You drop them out of helicopters, for fuck's sake.
Remy never got to be satisfyingly psycho.
That
disappointed me. Especially after the fight in the brothel. That was hilarious. He throws the guy out the window.
They're bringing him back in.
That scene's so funny. You marching him through a brothel, being like, "Is this her? Is this her? Is this her?" And then your man having a go at him, and it just turns into this brawl in the background. I really enjoyed that. And
The
I thought
brothel
surely
is probably the best part. The best sequence is the
'cause that's-
brothel. The
yeah,
entirety of them being in the brothel.
that's when Theo sends him away and he's like, go wait in the car.
And
And I was like,
he's
there he's putting the psycho back in the box, so surely the psycho's going to get let out of the box later on. And then, yeah, he doesn't.
no.
And I was disappointed. Like,
So it's going from a soft recommend to.
oh no, still, oh no, the brothel was
Yeah,
great. I wanted
The
to watch
brothel,
psycho.
the whole brothel sequence, I think, is my favorite. I just love that and the way it was shot and the kind of there's kids there. It's very kind of true to life. Like you've got the family section where the girls are living
Yeah,
and the kids are like doing homework or whatever, and then like there's a stripper room. There's your man with the fucking obviously likes a good pegging. I think he's the guy fighting.
he is. Yeah,
Fair
in the
fucks to him,
BDSM room.
yeah. They're obviously not doing it right if he could get up and fight after that. Sorry, you were drinking.